Hi, welcome to my channel, and today's date is 11th of August 2020. Today we are going to see the latest updates from Rajasthan politics and what caused all these chaos and what has come to an end, what has changed that Sachin Pilot had to go back to Congress, and who are the big winners and big losers in this fight. So we all know that Sachin Pilot has met with Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra in the last 48 hours, and they have made peace. And Sachin Pilot has been promised that there will be a panel set up soon, and all the issues he raised with them will be addressed soon as well. So Sachin Pilot, he made a miscalculation that he might have expected more MLAs to come with him after revolting, but that didn't happen, and only 19 odd MLAs were with him since the beginning, and it didn't look like that that is going to become any stronger. And that is because Ashok Gehlot, who was very clever, during the ticket distribution in 2018 elections, he made sure that his supporters got all the tickets. I mean, not all the tickets, at least majority of the tickets. That's why a lot of the projections went wrong. People thought that Congress will win at least 140 seats, but they merely won 100 seats. That is because that not the right candidates were given the tickets, and Ashok Gehlot's supporters were given the tickets. So he knew that there will be a moment when he will require the support of these MLAs. So he made sure that his loyalists got tickets, and he was very clever, and that played out well for him, and he held on to his chief ministerial post even after so much threat from inside the party itself. So on one hand that was going on, and on the other hand he was also doing everything to push out Sachin Pilot from the Congress. That is because he saw what happened in Madhya Pradesh. Similar thing happened. Kamal Nath, after becoming the chief minister, he did everything that could provoke Jyotiraditya Scindia, and Scindia was taking it for a while, and he decided that he can't take it anymore, and he came out of Congress. He made sure that he can bring in quite a few MLAs so that Congress falls there and BJP comes back to power, and he was successful. He brought in the numbers from Congress, and BJP came to power. But unlike there, Sachin could not bring the number of MLAs required to put Congress in trouble. So Congress was not in trouble, and BJP was not able to capitalize on this. Sachin Pilot was also in a big dilemma because his wife is Farooq Abdullah's daughter. I don't think he had the option to go to the BJP at all. So his plan was to revolt against the Congress government in Rajasthan. Probably he might have expected few more MLAs to come behind him so that there will be a split, and to save the government, Rahul and Priyanka or Sonia, whoever it is, they will ask Gehlot to step aside and make Sachin Pilot the next chief minister. But that did not happen. Gehlot made sure that he has enough numbers somehow. He made sure that independent MLAs are with him, and there are other small parties also. So he made sure that they also support Gehlot's government. So it was very difficult to bring down Ashok Gehlot's government there, and it's not easy to float a third party there, and it's not very easy to come to power with third party. We have seen in many states how a third front actually works, be it in Karnataka or be it in Haryana or all these places. We have seen that they only play as a spoil sport. They don't actually come out as winners. So it was very risky for Sachin Pilot. So he waited, and Congress also waited. They did not expel him from the party or his MLAs from the party. They just made sure that they are isolated, and they were waiting for him to come back. They made public statements, they are welcome back to the party if they want to, and all these things. But on the other hand, Ashok Gehlot saw this as an opportunity, and he provoked Sachin Pilot in public. He called out names. He made some distasteful remarks against Sachin Pilot, so that it provokes Sachin, and again he he may, he wouldn't come back to Congress. But unfortunately for Gehlot and fortunately for Sachin, something has happened. Probably there were talks between Sachin and other leaders in the Congress, and they might have explained to him there is no way that you can go back to, you can go to BJP, and it's not easy to run a new party, so you better come back, we will give you the respect and all these things. So that has happened, and now they have joined hands. It looks like Rahul Gandhi has promised him to give the respect he deserves, and Priyanka Vadra also has promised to give him the respect he deserves. So he will now go back, and if he sees anything that's going to provoke him, that I don't think Priyanka or Rahul Gandhi can keep quiet like before. They should come out and support him. So in that way, Sachin Pilot is a winner. And after trying so much, he tried very hard. Being when he was the deputy chief minister, Sachin Pilot, Gehlot did a lot of things that could provoke him, and that's why Sachin Pilot came out. And even after coming out, he made very strange remarks, and he thought that is finished. His Sachin Pilot's role in Congress is finished, and his son Gaurav Gehlot will be having a cakewalk to be the next chief minister. That didn't happen. The whole issue started because the Gehlot, Ashok Gehlot, wanted his son to be the next chief minister, and he didn't want Sachin Pilot to be there in the party, because he was not just seen as the next chief minister, but also he had some support among the public as well, and the party supporters as well. So he saw Sachin Pilot it was a threat for his son to be the next chief minister, and it's not easy to push him out once he becomes a chief minister. And because he is very young, he's less than 40, or just 40, he has at least 20 to 30 years once he comes to power after Gehlot. So by then his son's political career can come to an end. So he was trying very hard. He did everything to push him out, but now Sachin is back. So the biggest loser, even though he has stuck to his powers, is Ashok Gehlot. So we need to see how Ashok Gehlot is going to do politics from now. Probably he will try to provoke him again in the future, but we don't know if he will be able to do that with all these panels set up to address all the issues. And his son could be sidelined in the future, so that won't be a very good news for him. So probably he will try to do something again to provoke Sachin Pilot and push him out, just like Kamal Nath did in Madhya Pradesh and pushed Scindia out for his son to be the next chief ministerial face. So we need to wait and watch what is going to happen. But the whole issue, both in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, was because of their love for their sons. Both Kamal Nath and Ashok Gehlot wanted their sons to be the next chief ministers of the respective states. So they wanted to push out the only obstacle they saw for that. That is, for Kamal Nath's son, it was Scindia, and for Gehlot's son, it was Sachin Pilot. So they tried their best. I think one side, it was, even though Kamal Nath has lost the government in Madhya Pradesh, he will be happy because now he doesn't have any obstacle for his son to be the next chief ministerial face. But in Rajasthan, now it's become very tough for Ashok Gehlot to bring his son as the next CM face. So that's not going to be easy for him unless he does something and pushes Sachin out completely. So we need to wait and watch how it's going to play out in the next few months. If Rahul and Priyanka are able to settle this issue and make sure that the government sails through for next 2-3 years and Sachin Pilot is also happy, then that will be considered as a good thing for Congress. I'll catch you in the next video. Please subscribe.